Hello, and welcome to today's presentation on hardening Microsoft Server 2022 and Ubuntu Server 24. In this session, we'll explore essential security best practices to protect your servers, focusing on hardening techniques and firewall configuration. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear understanding of how to enhance server security and manage network traffic effectively using tools like Windows Firewall and IPTables. My name is Catherine Renaud, and I'll be your guide today. Let's start by discussing the concept of server hardening. What is server hardening? Well, server hardening is the process of securing a server by reducing its vulnerabilities. This involves disabling unnecessary services, applying security patches, and optimizing the server's defense mechanisms. Hardening helps protect sensitive data and system sources while preventing unauthorized access. It's a foundational step for maintaining a secure IT environment. In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, cyber threats are more sophisticated than ever. Attackers are constantly looking for weaknesses to exploit, and server hardening helps mitigate these risks. By proactively implementing security measures, organizations can safeguard their data, ensure system integrity, and reduce the likelihood of breaches. Now, let's dive deeper into the specific recommendations for Microsoft Server 2022. One of the most important steps is applying security baselines. These baselines can provide pre-configured settings designed to secure your server against common vulnerabilities. Implementing them ensures a strong starting point for your security efforts. Regular updates and patch management are equally critical. It keeps your server updated and protects it from newly discovered threats and closes the security gaps. To ensure this is done efficiently, establish a clear update policy and prioritize applying patches promptly and regularly. Another key aspect is configuring audit policies. These policies enable you to track, and log security-related events, such as failed login attempts or unauthorized file access. By regularly reviewing these logs, you can quickly detect suspicious activity and take action before it leads to a security incident. Now that we've covered Microsoft Server 2022, let's turn our attention to Ubuntu Server 24. Hardening practices for Ubuntu start with leveraging the Ubuntu Security Guide. This comprehensive resource offers step-by-step instructions for minimizing vulnerabilities and securing your system in alignment to industry standards. One simple but powerful strategy is enabling automatic security updates. This ensures your server always receives the latest patches without requiring manual intervention. In environments with limited administrative oversight, setting up unattended upgrades takes this one step further, automating the process entirely and maintaining constant protection. Now, we'll focus on managing network traffic. For Microsoft Server 2022, Windows Firewall is a critical tool for this. Begin by configuring inbound and outbound rules to control the flow of traffic. This allows you to permit necessary services while blocking unwanted access. When you enable firewall logging, you enable it to monitor traffic patterns and detect this unusual activity. Logs provide valuable insight into potential threats and help identify misconfigurations that may actually be exposing your system to risk. Additionally, regularly reviewing and updating your firewall rules ensure that it aligns with any changes that are happening across your network. For Linux systems, IPTables kind of serves a similar purpose. You start by setting default policies to drop, which blocks all traffic unless explicitly allowed. This establishes a secure baseline and minimizes unauthorized access. To further enhance security, restrict remote access to specific IP addresses. Limiting log attempts to trusted resources reduces the risk of brute force attacks. Finally, ensure your IPTables rules persist after reboots by saving and restoring them. This prevents any accidental lapses in protection. As we wrap up, it's clear that hardening both Microsoft Server 2022 and Ubuntu Server 2024 is essential for maintaining a secure environment. By implementing the practices we've discussed, applying security baselines, automating updates, configuring audit policies, and managing firewall settings, you can significantly reduce your server's vulnerability to cyber threats. Remember, server hardening is not a one-time task. It requires regular reviews, updates, and monitoring to stay ahead of evolving threats. Take this proactive step, and you'll be strong in your foundations to secure a resilient system. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found that everything in the presentation was informative. Here are a list of resources if you would like to see them. I used a couple of things here. But I would just like to conclude this and say thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you have a great and amazing week.